pass. This time they're going to stay on the ground. That's Michelle Marshall getting into the second layer of the defense. Angela's side of the field. A quick screen, this time to Lopez. And that is the all-fantasy corner.
I'm going to reiterate what I said pregame. This game is on to Shea Winfrey's shoulders. She has to take control of this game and not... I'm really looking forward to watching these cornerbacks, Agam Chichindu and Chelsea Hart, see if they can stay with the speed receivers for Austin. It's going to be fun to watch.
Set, Winfrey will opt from the shotgun. This time keeping it herself. Blown up by Chelsea Hart. Marshall flanked to the right side of Winfrey. From the shotgun, Winfrey back to pass, quick screen. That's Marshall. And Marshall
to make that catch, you can't drop it.
A 2nd and 10 reverse. That is Naz Johnson, the shifty running back.
Offense and Salerno back. It's going to be Naz Johnson.
They're going to go down the field. The 4th and 4, an early test for Salerno, and she's going to rely on her legs. Stopped, and the ball comes loose. Recovered. Los Angeles side of the field. Winfrey from the shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Looking down the field. Just overthrown. Winfrey remains in the shotgun. That is Bills in motion. They're going to give it to Rachel Washington. A close lead. This Austin offense taking a lot of time. Dropping back to pass into the flat. That's complete.
Put heat on her, and she can throw all day. Look, nobody's in there right now.
1st and 10. That is complete. Cassandra, Western Conference Championship. That handoff to Marshall. Tijuana Anderson.
You're telling me it's hot out here? These girls aren't tough? She puked right before the play, then almost made the tackle.
Michelle Marshall in the backfield. They're going to roll right. Look to Marshall in the flat. And this time, that's Michelle Marshall in the backfield. This time a quarterback sneak to Shea Winfrey at 5'8". Marshall in the backfield. Rolling left, now cutting back. Winfrey avoiding the rush, a jump pass.
Spoken about her all day.
This is the 1-point attempt. Winfrey going backwards. TJ Anderson, because that offense puts up points, and you've got to match them point for point. They're going to be a quick dump off here to Delaney Hall, a screen. Salerno remains in the shotgun. Going to hand it off to Naz Johnson. Johnson up the...
Keep it up.
That is when LA's most successful, when they're going to Carmen Borceau and Naz Johnson. So Los Angeles goes from a 1st and 10 to a 4th and 7. Salerno knows it, a desperation pass.
But it's the same for everybody, exactly. All these teams, they all play indoors.
1st and 10, this is Winfrey going to the end zone.
And inside the helmet.
Salerno back out on the field, and that's caught. Sherry Awaga, a 1st and 10 at the Austin 22. That's a draw play. Naz Johnson showing them. 2nd and goal, ball at the 5. Going back to Johnson.
The end zone for 6.
And take another replay look at this. Wide open where Katrina Nichols. 56 remaining here in the first half. Winfrey back to pass, looking down the field, now checking down. Look at the afterburners on takeover again, a 1st and 10. This is a screen to Marshall. That was
at any time. That would be a win for LA to only go down 1 score.
2nd and 16, toss right. That's Michelle Marshall. Time there last night. Worked it off on Lakeshore this morning. This is to Shea Winfrey, crossing pattern. That's caught. Steph is
poised, composed, and in control of this offense.
A 4th and 6 from under center. Winfrey buying time, lofting it into the end. Now the 1-point conversion from the 1-yard line. Winfrey from the shotgun under heavy duress. Salerno. LA does have 2 timeouts with 1:03 remaining. Wasting no time. Pass intended. Shell Kenny, Delaney Hall. They just don't have the speed. A 2nd and 10. This is Salerno buying time with her legs.
Conference championship game, why not?
Winfrey back to pass, pocket collapsing. She's just gonna run it out of beer, dehydration. We'll see if she returns in the second half. This is Winfrey back to pass, good protection. Now breaking down around court field with a timeout. 3rd and 7, Winfrey under center. They're gonna hand it off to 19-7 game. you could ill afford to give up a score. And this snap, sailing over the head of Michelle Marshall, who not have a timeout. From the shotgun, rolling right, and that's caught. Sherry Awaga still
got to come to life in the second half. The Temptation all
tied a bit.
You're right. If she catches that ball, you get momentum going, get the mojo going, go down the field, a drop, you go back, and it sets everybody back.
Los Angeles only 10 points out of this one. That's a draw play. Naz Johnson just knifing her way.
For Austin, they have to come up. With runs like that from both of them, they have to come up.
Another draw play to Johnson, and Johnson is gone.
Just like that, we're not even to the 8-minute mark, and Salerno's taking them in.
This is Ashley Salerno. We are still under the bright sunshine here in Chicago. Handoff Michelle Marshall.
Watch the middle for the backs, but this could get real interesting here in the second half.
So a 3-point ball game here in the Western Conference Championship. That's to Shea Winfrey here. The momentum is definitely with Los Angeles right now. Rolling right, Winfrey finding Bills. Bills in the open field, still on her feet. A 2nd and goal, ball inside Los Angeles' 3-yard line. Rolling right, finding. That conversion rating is under 20%. This is a 1-point attempt. Winfrey breaking through arm tackles into the end zone. Ball at the L.A. 17-yard line. They're going to fake the draw play. Salerno looking down the field. Now a 3rd and 8. Salerno with a quick screen to Delaney Hall. And Hall not able to play. Salerno from the shotgun, empty back. A little release over the middle. That is Cigar Minaga, the center, still on her center. 1st and goal. Salerno evading the rush, not the second defender.
Look up, she was wide open for a touchdown.
2nd and goal again. Salerno calling her own number and getting in clock. Now the extra point attempt into the end zone. That was intended for Delaney Hall. So a 1st and 10 from the Austin 15-yard line. Michelle Marshall in the backfield. A little miscommunication and to the left side. From the shotgun, a 2-man rush by Los Angeles. From the shotgun, dropping back. Now rolling left, looking down the field, time running out. That's TJ Anderson. Yards, a 4th and 8. A great opportunity for Los Angeles here. The puck
through in the clutch.
A 1st and 10, ball at midfield. Look at Rachel Washington. 2nd and 1 now. Austin has responded every time in the second half that Los Angeles has tried to rally. 7 remaining here in the Western Conference Championship. 1st and 10 toss, dangerous toss to Michelle Marshall. Cutting. That's Lopez in motion, another toss play. This one to Kendria Robinson. Taking a lot of time under center, working that play clock. And that's Robinson weaving her way.
I'd like the call by the officials, but it's really close. You'll see where the knee goes down right there, but I think the ball is still out. It's more.
Now a 2nd and goal. Robinson remains in the backfield. They're going to go back to her. No doubt on this one. Has not really attempted any 2-point conversions tonight. And they're doing well around the goal line. Toss left, sloppy. Salerno from the shotgun. That's Michelle Kenny coming in. They're going to go back to Johnson. Johnson weaving her way up the middle for another 5. Work across the middle here with Naz Johnson. That's a reverse. Colliding. Throwing the ball more here. A 3rd and 4. They're setting up the quick screen to Kenny with a timeout remaining. From the shotgun, Salerno keeping it herself.
On the 10, so they only went 1 yard off, but you're right, it's supposed to be 3.
1st and 5, looking over the middle, nothing there. And now checking Danston with the onside kick. That's a high beaming shot to Leilani.
Come on, let's go.
1st and 10, Rachel Washington with a draw play. Los Angeles still does have a timeout. They're going to go to Robinson, and why not? Look at her break through arm tackles and shut him out. A 3rd and 2 handoff. They're going to go to Washington. And there's your 1st down, Chicago. But the way this season has unfolded, I would not bet against